Imagine you're drinking a Coke and instead of seeing Coca Cola's logo, you see your own name. Sounds a little strange, right? Well, Coca Cola actually did exactly that. In 2011, Coca Cola launched a campaign called Share a Coke, where bottles and cans were printed with people's name. And somehow, something as simple as putting a name on a bottle became a huge advertising success. So, today I'm going to break down exactly how it worked using AIDA. So, firstly, Share a Coke was launched in Australia in 2011. The campaign was aimed particularly at reconnecting Coca Cola with young adults. So, the basic idea was simple. Instead of only seeing Coca Cola's branding, consumers could find bottles and cans featuring some of the country's most popular first names. So, suddenly, buying Coke became a little more personal and special. Instead of asking, "Do I want a Coke?" the campaign encouraged people to ask, "Can I find my name?" Or even better, "Can I find my friend's name?" And Share a Coke did not need a complicated visual to get people's attention. It used something much simpler. Basically, it used pattern breakers. Coca Cola is one of the most recognizable brands in the world. So, when consumers suddenly saw first name where they expected the usual branding, it looked different. Imagine walking past a shelf full of Coke and suddenly seeing your own name. You would probably stop too and look at it. So, the packaging itself became the advertisement. That attention then turned into interest. Because once you notice the name, you want to find one. Is my name there? What about my friends? What about someone from my family? Coca Cola also extended the campaign through personalized experiences, including kiosks and digital activities. So the consumers weren't just looking at an advertisement, they were actually participating in it. The interesting part wasn't just the Coke itself, it was the search for something personal. This is where the campaign became psychological. Once you find your own name, or the name of someone special, or someone you care about, the bottle suddenly feels different. It's still an Coke, but now it feels personal, special. The desire isn't only for the drink, it's for what it makes it personalized, being recognized, being recommended, or being connected to someone. And if you found your friend's name, suddenly you had a reason to buy a Coke and give it to them. And Coca Cola made the action extremely simple. Sharing a Coke. You could buy the Coke bottle and physically give it to someone. You could also share the experience online through photos and personalized content. So the audience were just not watching an advertisement, they were actually helping spread it. The consumers became the part of the campaign itself. So, what made Share a Coke such a strong example of AIDA? It's because the four stages are connected. The name creates attention, the finding of a specific name creates interest, the personal connection creates a desire, and the invitation to share creates action. So, Coca Cola didn't simply put a name on the bottle, it turned a product itself into a piece of advertisement. And that's what makes Share a Coke so effective. It transformed an ordinary soft drink into something personal, social, and worth sharing.